What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Hot or Swap, the show where we tell you if it's hot or if it's not. Happy New Year. My name's Connor. To my left is Travis.
Hey,
To his left is Zach.
Hello.
And today we're gonna talk about the show Barry, the HBO version, not the Netflix version. Really weird that those two kind of came out at the same time, but such is
Did they
life.
really?
Apparently,
Oh,
when I searched it up, I could only find the Netflix one at first. All right, so we're going through episodes 1 and 2 of Barry. So, yeah, quick rundown of the show. It's about a guy who he's a trained professional killer and hitman, and he decides that he wants to be an actor, and that's pretty much the plot of the show. So, prior experience.
so let's just go straight to hot or swap because,
Hey, we'll save it. We'll save it. What's your prior experience, Zach?
absolutely none.
Travis, what's your prior experience with this show?
I accidentally watched a couple of episodes. When I was watching through the first episode, I was like, I don't remember any of this, but then the second one, I was like, I recall some of this. So I think I watched like the second and third episode at one point.
So my brother showed me this show while I've been gone for the last week for the holidays, and we watched through the entire first season.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, how dare you? Well, let's get into it of episode 1. So episode 1 pretty much starts off with us seeing the main character, Barry, having just killed a target. And you just see there's a guy who's lying there in his bed, hole in his head. Interesting start.
So, funny thing. For a while, I was like, why is this show so dark? Like, I don't understand. I couldn't see anything. Like, half the characters' faces were just dark and black. And then I realized somehow my brightness was turned down all the way. So I was like, okay, like this makes no sense. He was in a hotel room, then all of a sudden we're talking about he killed someone. And I was like, okay. And then I was like, oh, I get it now. My brightness is down. So I missed a lot of important details in the first 5 minutes.
This guy.
I did the same thing, except I realized it a lot quicker because I was watching on my phone. Yeah, probably you were, and I was like, okay.
Then Barry heads home like the average Joe. You know, he just looks like some schmuck on a plane. Guy opens up the window next to him. He gets blinded by the light and wakes up. He's like, God damn it, what a dick.
Hey,
Real travel experience.
Here we go, watch. That's exactly how it was. Right there.
So he gets back home. Goes to sleep. Wakes up to his friend on his bed, Fuchs, this new character that we're introduced to. And Fuchs tells him that they've got a new hit. A big one. Chance for a lot of money. Because they've been hired by the Chechen mob. And then we get the theme song.
So are the Chechens real?
Oh, yeah, they're from Chechnya, which I think is a real place.
Is it? Anyway.
Yeah, Chechnya is a real place.
All right. My bad.
It's in Russia.
Any Chechnyan fans that we have?
I doubt there's very many.
I would doubt it as well.
I like the theme song. It's very quick. It's jazzy.
I like it too. Yeah, it doesn't waste time. It's okay. Our show's name is Barry. Let's get to it.
It was not a long, drawn out thing like some theme songs.
Yeah. So, Barry goes to meet with the Chechen mob, and we're introduced to my personal favorite character, NoHo Hank. He's that bald Russian guy.
Yeah, no, I'd have to say he's one of my favorites too.
Coco Hank, trust the flight was good, no? Are you hungry? I mean, do you want a submarine sandwich? If you're thirsty, we've got juice boxes, Hawaiian punch, or maybe beer or something.
No hope.
He's from me having watched the whole first season. He is pretty much single-handedly the best part of the show. But he's a little bit of a sociopath. You know, he's very kind. He's generous. He's like, hey man, thanks for coming here to thanks for coming here to kill this guy for us. You
You
want
want
any
some
tea?
juice?
Some juice?
Juice boxes. His daughters are watching Disney Channel.
I fucking love that. What was that show that they were watching?
Jesse or something like that.
Oh, was
If
that
anyone's
it?
gonna know, if anyone's gonna know, it's gonna be Travis. He's got kids.
But that's a little bit above his daughter's age.
Yeah, it is. Nah, I was like, I want to say they mentioned it in the show, like they're watching this or something, but I really didn't recall that part.
Yeah, I didn't take the note. Oh, okay.
Has the
Well,
girl
watch
from
Jesse.
Sweet Life on deck.
Watch your mouth.
And so then we're introduced to kind of the leader of the Chechen mob over here in LA, which is Goron. And he's the one who's doing the hiring of Barry, technically. And why is he hiring Barry? Because the dude's cucking him. The guy's fucking his wife. No, Hank pulls up the video and says, "Yeah, here's the video proof that we have," and we just watch them having sex. And Goron gets fucking pissed off.
I gotta tell you, I
Why?
was like,
Why do you gotta watch it?
I was like 10 minutes in, sex scene, okay, here we go.
It wouldn't be HBO.
So Barry starts stalking the hit. He ends up following him to an acting class, where we get introduced to a number of characters, but mainly Sally and Jean. Sally being a wannabe actress, and Jean being an acting teacher. And we pretty much walk in on Sally doing a god awful performance with lots of fucks, but no belief, no motion. And so Jean humiliates her, so she's never gonna become an actress. She came to me herself telling me that. God, she's terrible. She just gets real emotional, and she's like, "Hey, fuck you." He's like, "There, use that."
To me, it was just one of those situations where it's very clear. You're gonna pay me a lot of money. I'm gonna give you a lot of bullshit. You'll be an actor later. Like,
I gotta tell you, I thought Fonzie was very mean to her.
Fonz was mean.
I mean, all he had to do was walk up there and go, and just hit her in the head and go, hey, and she would have been all right. I mean, it would have been a happy day.
Spirit die.
And then Mike would have left right there.
Yep. One day he actually will leave when we make a pun. On that day, we know that's the greatest fun.
We have gone too far at that point.
We must
No
go
going
back.
No going back. So after Sally pretty much finishes her scene with a solid suck my dick ending, Barry then gets asked by the man who he's supposed to have the hit on, Ryan. He's asked to do a scene with him.
Dude, I knew his name was Ryan, but all I could ever think of his name being is Chad. Don't know why. The whole time I kept looking at his picture. I'm like, that's a Chad, not a Ryan.
It'd be funny if that was if that was the actor's name.
The only thing I could think of was like where I've seen him. Try to think of was where I saw him before. It was on that movie Game Night.
I haven't seen it.
Was he really?
Yeah, he was the stupid one. The stupid friend that would always bring the hot chicks over.
Holy.
Mm-hmm. Let's go look it up.
Yes, I am. Either way.
So anyway, they have their scene. It's, I don't know. I feel like it's a little bit racist, but that's also, I think they did a pretty good job of the acting for the most part.
Not bad.
Is that dreadlock kind of I forgot the entire people's name.
I mean, Barry was kind of like Okay, you're going to be all right.
Yeah, it was very, very bad acting. He was just reading a line.
Yep.
But
Which
Ryan, he
later
went
on,
with it.
later on, Ryan's like, "You're very generous."
You're a very generous acting partner. Really?
No, he isn't. He is
What?
not from Game Night.
Hold on. Okay,
What is Game
now
Night?
I've got to look.
It's a movie. It's a good movie.
I was making an old Achievement Hunter joke.
He's Once Upon a Time Prince Hans,
Oh, Hans is in Once Upon a Time?
apparently.
Huh.
I typed in Ryan on Barry, and it brought up some guy named Ryan Barry, a baseball player. Oh, Jesus.
Anyway, so he does his scene, and they start applauding. And he sees that, oh wow, this makes me feel happy, even though they're not applauding for him whatsoever.
Mm. But it's kind of like nice seeing that, seeing a little bit color and life return to this, sociopathic Barry. It's it warms the heart.
Well, sure. But
So,
he does find that he wants to be an actor.
hmm and while he's still kind of working up those thoughts in his head, he gets asked after their scene to go with all these, up and coming actors and actresses to go to a bar. And we'll mute you to go to a bar with the other students called what was it called, Residuals?
I think so, yeah.
And it's just a place where they put a bunch of shitty checks on the wall for like 2 cents. That sounds like a great paycheck.
I'd be pissed if I got that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So while they're at the bar, Barry starts to fall for Sally. She's dancing. She wants him to dance. He's like, nah, I just can't. He's very much like me in high school. Just too socially awkward and afraid of, looking stupid or something like that.
You poor man.
Back in
Yeah.
high school?
Yeah.
Currently.
Hey.
Don't be mean to my friend.
I'm not
You
like
with my
that.
He with my friend first. I see my PS4.
Yeah, that's it right in the corner.
Hello. Last night I was going to play it and I completely forgot.
Sorry. 1 month. 1 month to go.
No.
Yeah, he has custody of her right now.
Yeah, it's excellent to me.
You can have it on weekends.
No? No, I can't.
So Barry ends up bringing a drunk Ryan home, and the Chechens, we discover, are spying on them, and they get confused when Barry starts hugging, or when Ryan starts hugging Barry.
To say the fucking least, I mean, what the fuck?
That's one of my favorite lines with Barry. No, it's just look at his.
What the fuck? What the fuck? They were hugging.
Then the next scene is he kind of goes to back to his hotel. Oh, excuse me, back to his hotel, and he gets woken up by Fuchs, going, "Well, hey there, hey there, little buddy. Why you hugging Ryan? Huh? Why'd you do that? They're upset."
And Barry gives a little bit of a justification, but more than anything, he kind of brings up that he wants to become an actor.
Shouldn't
And
have done that.
Fuchs is very much like that hard. No, that's stupid. You gave up that life, any chance at a real life, when you chose to be a hitman. I'm sure some of it got through to Barry, but as we learn a little bit later, not much of it did.
Nope. In
And
fact,
so
you
Barry
can definitely tell when Barry's lying because he's like, "Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do."
is a very bad liar.
He's very bad at anything emotion.
This is true.
Poor fellow. He'll get there.
Anything. I don't
Hey.
believe it.
So was Keanu Reeves, and look at him.
Keanu Reeves is immortal. He can do whatever he wants.
He's lived for centuries.
He doesn't get acting positions because of how great he is emotionally. He gets acting positions because people are afraid to say no. So Barry goes back to the acting class overnight, and he ends up talking to Gene, who's in his car, about if if Gene thought that he had what it took to become an actor. And Gene's like, no, no, you did not. That was dumb acting. You know why? Because there was no honesty. And Barry starts getting real and emotional, and he starts telling the truth. Gene Gene says that Barry starts like kind of going into his whole spiel about what he actually did, talking about how he was a soldier, how he's now a hitman who kills people. You know, it definitely feels much more real. And Gene's like, there, that's it. All right. With that monologue, you have the power, or I will allow you to take my class.
He's
For a lot of money.
Monologue?
Oh, that was an improv? Wow.
What's that from? What is that from?
So then Barry, kind of like happy with himself. He still knows that he has his job to get done, so he goes back to Ryan's place and he gets ready to kill him. But goes up to Ryan's truck. It's already dead.
Shot through the head.
And the Chechens are to blame. And you look over and you see the Chechens have one of them's out the top of the vehicle with a sniper rifle that's jammed. And Barry's just kind of like walking up to them slowly in the street. He's like,
Hey
"Don't
guys.
do this."
He's
Don't
like, "Hey
do
guys,
this."
what are y'all doing?" And he's like, "Don't point that at me. Don't do it."
He just fucking kills them all. It's a brutal scene.
Well, he's an animal. Like, I didn't expect him to be like that good. He's just like,
Don't pull that gun at me, man. No! Don't pull that gun at me. Take the shot! No, 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 no!
Yeah, they went down.
Barry's good at what he does.
Well, not that good because the bald guy got away.
Well,
Yeah, one of the guys does get away from the kill.
Oh shoot! Spoiler alert.
Yeah, we find out in the next episode. It's fine.
Mr. No-Ho.
I love
But-
that. That's one of my favorite lines from like the second episode was he's like, that was our favorite, that was our best assassin. He's like, well, not that good.
I call the family. They bring us more.
I think the main thing I love about when he kills those people, when he kills the Chechens, is just it feels like that's what an actual hitman would do. Like the way he shoots, the number of times he shoots, the accuracy. It just felt very practical.
Like,
but
like the video game Hitman Absolution.
yeah, just like the game.
You know, in Barry's defense, he was shooting through glass and at an angle when it comes to the guy on the passenger seat. So, I mean, that may be why he missed that one. But
No excuses.
And it looks like he got him. It looks like he got him. I thought that he got him the first time.
I thought so too.
yeah, at first I gotta tell you, like for real, I thought he was that wasn't like something else happened to him. The bald dude. I thought like maybe he got in a fight or something, and then they was like, "No, I got away from the car," and I was like, "Oh, he was in the car." Okay, it all makes sense now.
And so back to the moment episode 1 ends with Barry just like walking a block away and going into a diner.
Where he meets
And,
another actor.
Like, oh, what's that you got there?
She's
I'm
like,
an actress.
she's like, What's going on out there? Yeah, can I get some something to eat?
Do you have any special pies today?
Well, I just love too, and he's like, I am too. And she's like, looks at him like so awkward, like, oh,
You are? You don't seem like the type.
That's episode 1. I like it. I like it all pretty much. But episode 2 starts a little bit more goofy, where it starts with Barry and Sally doing some theater exercises, mimicking each other's emotion. Oh, and hand movements. And Gene comes in and interrupts the whole thing and talks about how
Dude.
Ryan has been found dead.
Did you just see that? Fuck you.
Hey, he's doing the class. We're doing the acting. And I love when Gene comes in to bring out that Ryan's dead. Like, just because Barry doesn't know how he's supposed to react, so he looks at Sally, who's like, and he's just
Because that's what they were just doing. That's what they were just doing.
No, I thought it was hilarious. He's like, I don't understand. Am I supposed to be sad? Am I supposed to care?
No,
My favorite part, though, from Gene, this still counts as a full class.
Yeah.
Like,
What a
if there's
fucking
anything to
cheapskate.
take away here, you pay full time.
He walks away out of the room and then he comes back. You're all getting charged full, just so we're all clear.
and like everyone's just like crying. Like,
Yeah, they're real sad. Some people get a little bit freaky. One of the guys is, oh god, they're gonna kill me next. And Gene's just like, yeah.
They probably will. You're probably next.
I thought that was hilarious. That one guy's just like, then he like looks at him like, what? Like,
Yeah, you probably are.
So, then for the first time, we cut to the LAPD, who are investigating the killing of Ryan and the Chechens.
the IT people are my favorite.
And they revealed that the Chechens had a camera filming the whole thing, but it's foreign and locked. And the IT people, yeah, I saw a little bit of myself in them, just kind of like chilling out. I need to order a cable. And it's got a password, so
There's like 12 Russian electronic shops down the road. Just go get them. Like,
My favorite part of the police thing was it's like I can't remember what the dude's name was, but he's like, is so and so crying in this picture?
One of the homicide detectives is just crying in every image.
oh, you didn't hear?
that poor guy. I mean, it's like they owe me $300. You're so heartless. And later on, he walks in the room and she's like, no, how are you doing?
he just kind of breaks down for a second.
He's like, I'm good. It's good stuff.
I loved everything with the LAPD in episode 2.
I just love the IT guys. Like, the IT was just fantastic.
It's like real IT.
Because the password part is later, right?
Well, I kind of like
Because my
chuckle that
favorite
together.
thing is like, we didn't want to be yelled at. Like, yeah, we knew that was going to happen. Like,
She
Oh,
goes
yeah.
in. They have to try and figure out this 4-digit password, and they haven't started. And so she goes, "Oh, you want to know what you do? You do 0001, 0002, 0003. What's it doing?" And it locks up on them.
when I don't understand, why didn't she do 0000?
I asked honestly the same thing. I figured that there'd be a joke later on in the season that's calling back. It's like, oh, the password is just 0000. Never happens.
Really? Okay. I was like, that's where you actually start, but
Yeah.
but then IT's like, we didn't want to be yelled at telling you no. Like,
I gotta tell you, I'm surprised Barry didn't try to get that camera back really quick. Because I could see it in his eyes when they talked about it when he was all tied up. You had a camera on your dash, and it was like in his eyes, like, oh my god. and then all of a sudden nothing else is referenced about it.
That's trying to break into the LAPD. That's a lot of risk factor.
Hmm.
But we'll get to that part. There's a little bit that happens right beforehand. So Fuchs pretty much calls Barry up, says, "Hey, the Chechens are looking to kill us. Get to the hotel room." Makes a little typo, says "Klub," all that jazz. Uh, Barry gets to the hotel room, tries to get Fuchs out of there. Fuchs is like, "No. I think we can kill these guys. They fucked with us. We're gonna fuck back with them." And Barry's just like, "God damn, just leave, man. Just leave." It just doesn't do it. So he's like, "All right, whatever. I'm getting a call. I'm gonna step outside. I'll be right back."
He thinks he won something.
Well, that's what he lies about.
I know.
He's like, "Oh yeah, I think I won something." Yeah. Oh, okay, cool. Goes outside, closes the doors, on the phone. And while he's on the phone, the Chechen's coming to the room behind him as he sees through
But
the
it's the
glass screen
typical
door.
stupid scene where it's like we're gonna ignore the person on the patio. Like,
Well, you also missed the part that was funny where it was like, "Are we still doing that Ryan thing?" Oh yeah, he still died. We're still gonna do that.
are you still doing? Yeah. But no, like, I mean, if I was going to kidnap people, I would assume the other person is the person on the patio. Why wouldn't you just grab both?
Well, he's the more dangerous one.
Fuchs?
No, in the patio.
Barry,
So they
that's
saw
fair.
him, and they saw
And
that
if
he
there's
wasn't paying attention.
if they're separated, take care of the one that you know you can get first. Deal with the other one later. Seems like a solid battle tactic to me. And that's what happens is, Barry just opens the door when he's done with the phone call. Fuchs has been dragged out of the room already, and he just walks in, and the guy just points a gun to his head from the wall. And he's like, "Okay, you got me." Then they are brought to the garage of the Chechens, tied up. Starts talking about, the camera comes up. NoHo Hank's talking about that. He's like, "So you didn't see any, like blinking lights, anything that you removed from the car?"
You had it.
And that's when Barry gets real serious. He's like, "Oh crap!"
You had one of those on the dash. You idiot! Hey, don't tell him about this.
Hey, don't tell Goron.
It's the first thing I would have said. Fucking idiot.
And so Goron comes in, he starts talking about everything that happened, and ends up, kind of getting to the point of, "I want you to kill someone else for me to make up for what you've done." And Barry's like, "No, I want to be an actor. I want to put this life behind me." It's like, "Oh, okay. Well, we're just gonna, grind your buddy's teeth here. We're just gonna,
But first,
file him down."
why does he have an apron? He doesn't need an apron.
This guy's crazy.
No. I want you to do it, Barry.
But yeah, no, like he full on goes into Fuchs' mouth and just starts sawing at his teeth.
And he's like, "Just stop! Just stop!"
Please.
You know where this is going. Eventually they're gonna. You might as well have just said yes, because eventually it's gonna get to the point where it's like life or death anyway.
But I like they stop filing the teeth because Goron's wife comes in, or maid, I assume it's his wife.
He
And they
says,
start talking in Russian. And then Goron translates it at the end. He's like, "My daughter is having slumber party. We are being too loud."
Can you imagine what the little girls that are at that slumber party are thinking? They're hearing a guy screaming downstairs and hearing someone say, "Stop! Just stop!" I wouldn't come back.
Who knows if the Chechen mom might be threatening their family? Maybe they don't have a choice.
"My daughter wants friend. You come."
Or maybe they're part of the mob. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe.
They're training. They learn everything from Jesse. Anyway, so he eventually,
Eventually says yes after the brutal scene.
but you're gonna do this right away, right? And that's where you see the typical,
Yeah,
yeah,
of course.
why not?
And then it cuts to him and Sally acting.
And yeah, they're going to the bar for the little memorial thing, and
Memorial for Ryan.
good God, you see a lot of shitty actors.
Oh god, yeah. It's a montage of shit. There's even
I
a
would
mime.
say I like the black dude that was dressed up like Colonel Sanders. That was hilarious. That was good stuff. Or when he's like when Barry's like, yeah, I don't know how to act. I've never molested a child before. It's like idiot.
This seems a little bit serious. I thought it'd be more funny, like Family Guy funny.
It's like molesting a child's funny. Stupid.
It's a very interesting, complex. But no, and then, after a whole bunch of shit comes out, right before Barry's supposed to go on, Ryan's dad comes out. And he does a little speech about seeing all you great actors. And I was like, really?
He was just happy to see people who shared his son's
I don't-
goals.
Yeah, I don't think it was more about the actor's part. I think it was more about the fact that his son was surrounded by people that.
Well,
cared.
that's what it was all about. That's what he said in the end. Said he was happy his son was around people that loved him and all shared the same interests. But, like,
Yeah.
he also did say all the good actors. Well, then Barry gets weird, and he's like, I don't know how to respond to that. Like, I've never.
He
I've
has like
never
a
dealt
panic
with that.
attack.
He's like, I've never seen a dad with a son that's dead. Like, because I think he's finally realizing how many kids have he killed.
It's like the first time he stayed to see the fallout of his murder.
Mm-hmm.
And then he storms on out because it's just too much for him. And Sally follows him, and they kind of, talk it through a little bit.
Come back in and Black Colonel Sanders is waiting for him with a beer.
But, like, then you also see himself kind of be happy because they're all like, "Hey, Barry's back. They like me. Aw."
They really like me.
Still didn't kill the other guy though.
Nah, not yet. Not yet. So Barry ends up walking, taking Sally home.
The other thing about the him feeling like what he was feeling is I think that you remember when he was walking up to Ryan's truck, he had a gun in his hand. He was going to kill Ryan, and then he sees that the dad's sad, and I think maybe he's thinking to himself, okay, I was going to kill him, so this could have been because of me. And
He might still hold himself responsible too.
he could.
Shouldn't have hugged him.
Should just killed him right then. Then he would not. None of this would have happened.
So Barry takes Sally home after the whole memorial service. He does exactly what I would do and not bang on the first date.
Even though she's like, "Let's not bang," but are you gonna come in and let's talk about not banging? Like,
She absolutely wanted to bang. He's like, "Nah, I just wanted to take you home."
She went fuck. Yeah, she did. And he was like, I was actually just gonna walk you to the door.
that's almost how he sounds. Like
Bye.
Squidward. He's very Squidward-esque.
It's like, she's like, we shouldn't do this. We shouldn't do this. And he's like, do what?
What are you talking about?
I actually wasn't going. I wasn't even thinking about that. I was just gonna walk into the door.
And you can tell she's like happy, confused. Like, oh, someone different, but why?
It's like, oh, this person isn't just here to sleep with me, but then it's also, do they not want to sleep with me?
Yeah, that's exactly what I got out of it. It's like, oh, he must be gay or something. I don't.
And so then it's revealed that the Chechens are watching Barry, and now they know about Sally.
Took a picture. Yeah.
Yep.
And
And
he was still wearing the apron.
Yep. But that's how episode 2 ends. Is with that picture being snapped.
Yep.
It's so yeah. So now we get to before we get to general takeaways, of course, there's that new segment that I did introduce previously.
You're doing this?
And we are doing that in everything, even if it's not anime now. Best boy and best girl segment.
Oh my god.
All right, Zach, let's go with you. Who is best boy?
Mine's a tie. I really like Fuchs because he's from Dodgeball, and I also really like NoHo.
Fuchs is also from the movie Office Space, and in that movie he was wearing
Well, yeah.
He's
gigantic
been in a lot
glasses.
of stuff.
And he's like,
He's a very I like yes. Office Space is one of his more classic films. Than I like Dodgeball because I think I watched that more.
he took my stapler.
this is my stapler.
And
He's
best
not
girl?
actually being paid. I mean, there's not too many girls you meet really, so I have to go with Sally because I don't really have any other choices really. No, you know what? You know who's best girl? The diner girl. I don't even know her name. The waitress in the first
That's a
episode.
good point.
Because you know what? With all the commotion going around, she's still doing her job. She deserves a tip.
And she's happy about it. She's like, I want to.
Hey, you know who's not going to give her that tip, Barry? Because he's just going to walk her to the door.
So I gotta go with waitress girl and then probably NoHo or Fuchs.
Okay. Travis, who is best boy?
Definitely Black Colonel Sanders.
Not even the character of him, but only when he's dressed up, right?
Because I don't even remember him before that. I just remember seeing that, and I was like, "This is awesome."
And best girl.
What's the crime boss's name?
Goron.
Yeah, Goron's wife.
Okay.
You know why?
Why?
Let me tell you. She walks in, sees them grinding on a dude's teeth, and doesn't say, "What the fuck are you doing?" She goes, "All right, y'all need to chill because we got kids upstairs," and then just walks right back out like nothing's wrong. You know, I want a relationship like that.
I'm gonna say best boy is NoHo as well. He's without a doubt my favorite character. He only gets better. His comedy is only funnier the farther the show goes. And best girl, Zach. You both made compelling points, but Zach is right in my opinion, and that actress is cute, or the waitress is cute. I'm gonna vote for her.
Okay, that's.
I'll never see her again.
You'd probably see her in the classes because she's in the classes with him. She was at the.
No,
ball.
that was a different girl.
She's not.
Really?
Mhm.
Oh.
There's one girl who has long dark hair that's similar, but it's different girl.
I think in the IMBD or whatever it's called, it lists her as tired actress.
Does it really?
Yeah, I think so.
That's awesome.
So, any general takeaways from the show before we get to if you recommend it or not?
No.
What do you mean?
Just any final things you want to make a comment on?
I laughed a lot, and it held my attention. And I can honestly say I was wanting to see the next episode.
So.
Well, hey,
Hotter swamp
I have one last
Travis.
thing to say. I have one last to say before that.
I mean, for me, it's like it's not a full hot. But it's definitely not a swap either. Like I don't like. I feel like I could watch.
We'll get there in a second.
few
We'll get there in a second.
episodes. Oh, sorry.
I was trying to cut Zach off before he finished that statement. Pretty much my last statement on it is it's a dark comedy. It's interesting, but it's funny. So if you like that, and God knows that's very much my style of comedy.
You have to like Bill Hader comedy. You have to. If you
Yeah.
don't like Bill Hader, do not watch the show.
All right, now we get to Hotter Swap. Travis, we'll lead with you.
Okay, it's like I said, it's not like a full hot. It's not a full swap for me because it's like I feel like I said, I wanted to watch more, but I don't know how many episodes. I feel like it's one of those things where I could like watch 5 or 6 episodes and then I would lose interest. But I wanted to watch the next episode, so I was actually went back to where you posted it, and I was like, okay, where's the next one? And I was like, oh no. Then I went to Netflix to see if I could watch the next one. It's not there. And I was like, fuck, what am I supposed to do now?
I can give you a link to a place to watch it, but it's got a lot of fucking ads.
It's okay.
A lot of pop-ups and shit. Zach.
Full on swap for me. I laughed maybe twice. But like I said, you have to like Bill Hader. And I hate everything that Bill Hader has ever done. I do not find him funny whatsoever.
Wait a
I
minute.
see the appeal of the show. I see why someone would like this show, but it wasn't for me. But like Connor was saying, if you like those dark comedies, which I usually do, but you also really have to like Bill Hader comedy. And Bill Hader just ruined the show for me.
You didn't like his 2-minute performance in Pineapple Express?
No. Well, I forgot he was in that. But I've only seen Pineapple Express once. Last night I was like, this is 50, I don't know, some odd minutes I'm never going to get back. Like, I just did not want to see the next episode. I didn't even want to watch episode 2 after watching the first episode. So, I'm a hard swap. I'm like, probably the opposite of you.
I will be the exact opposite. You are correct. Yeah. It is a hard hot for me. A hot. I love the comedy style. I love the seriousness of it. The kind of like anti-joke humor in it, that is perfect for me. The characters in that I think are great. Yeah. The show pretty much, like I said, really gets better. It's only got 8 episodes for the first season. And once you get, especially into like episode, I think 4, there's a new character that's introduced that's phenomenal. He's that like broke type of character. And all you want to do is fucking see him die.
See, what I would say is based on kind of what you're saying, the further you go along, the better it gets. It's kind of like an Arrested Development type feel, I guess. You got to get past a couple shit things and then you're into greatness.
Kinda. And it is very much like with Barry. Episode 1 I thought was really good. Episode 2 kind of dropped. Episode 3 goes back up.
See, I would be willing to watch more, but going off those 2 episodes, I still have to stick with what I said.
I understand. I've also made a swap before. I cannot criticize others.
Mm-hmm.
But since that was, more hot than swap from Travis, that's a general hot takeaway. So suck it, Zach.
What can I say?
You're welcome.
So?
Yeah, so hey, like always, by all means, please tell us what you want us to do next. We already did One Punch Man, which was from our boy Dan. If what I'm going to be doing is a giveaway for every person that tells us some show, whether it be any TV show, any movie, anime, what we'll do is we'll put all those names into like a randomized generator, and the winner we're actually going to be giving away a game. I don't have an exact name of the game yet, but I will definitely be giving it to you. So by next week, definitely give us a shout out of what you want to see. Take it away, Connor.
And as always, remember to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Ring that bell if you'd like to be alerted to our videos as soon as they go up. And we'll see you next time. Thank you to this month's patrons. Your support goes a long way, and we appreciate the love that you show us.